You don't have to play games with women. If anything, you should look at it as in like she plays, you back away. Look at it as in like, and don't take this wrong or weird, but you're playing the games with yourself. In other words, life is like a game. When you are pushing yourself harder, building more discipline, you build more trust within yourself. You get in the moods of actually wanting to, let's say, push harder. You see your potential. You're actually again having that trust within yourself, but it's a relationship that you built with yourself. Now, let's say if a woman comes into the picture, that's not necessarily happening because you have to now build and concentrate on sharing that with her. Not to say it's not manageable, but a woman can see that maybe this guy doesn't trust himself that much. Maybe this guy can't actually get another better female than me. So many different things cross your mind. And I just want to let you know, I want y'all to know that I have Patreon. There is still 250 plus videos you can catch up on there. And definitely you can go ahead and become a free member and still get the exclusive video once a month. And there's a community kind of going on right now that I'm building. And then Black Friday sale is going on, y'all. Do not miss out on this because it is 70% store wide. There's a lot of different prices that went down a whole lot, and it will only be for Black Friday. And for most people that have been waiting for this, because people told me they're waiting for this day, it's now here. Shout out to the people that already did buy. Consultations are still available. Just find what works best for you, whether it's a bundle deal, whatever the solution you need help with, like my the no contact guide and journal, and even knowing females tactics and ways about going about everything that needs to be ever told plus more heavily researched. It's there for you, different formats, whether it's video or audio, however you want it. You can go ahead and get it. Don't miss out on the 70% off. Click the links down below to go ahead and see what is going to be best for you. Now let me get on to understanding that if you build enough trust, and a woman can say, okay, if I come into this man's life and I want to even please him, I want to be the one that he can like recognize and see some worth in me. Let's just put it like that. It's not a bad thing to say. And it's really for you to only take it like she's only gonna say these stuff when she's seeing that, oh, this guy has a life and I'm a part of it. If anything, she's just like an add-on. She's not necessarily like your life, if that makes sense. So let's just say if you're in a toxic dynamic or you're in an unhealthy dynamic for yourself, what you might notice is that you get really affected by a lot of what she does. So it might be hard for you to defend yourself, or it might be hard for you to keep a routine going because she emotionally impacts you or gets in your head too much, knows your triggers, knows you really well, knows that she has a soft spot with you, and so much more. Which leads me to this question. Have you ever had this experience with a woman? If not, do you understand what this is like from maybe your friends or anything that you've experienced, seen on TV? Because I do believe this is very common. And from talking to a lot of y'all, whether it's consultations or comment section or email, I've learned that for sure y'all have situations, or in general situations look like they could be different depending on what type of experience you're having with the woman. The reason why I say this is because there's a lot of times where guys literally are limiting their potential. They already have it in them. They're probably even doing great before her. And then boom, she comes in and he's thrown all the way off, or he's emotionally invested. And so it has to look like a woman actually has to feel like, in a sense, dang, I do come after a lot of stuff. If you're having a priority list and she happens to be like number 3, because definitely not 2 or 1, but she happens to be number 3 or 4, this must mean that she is like hugely impacting your life. And I mean like maybe making your lunch, maybe helping you take care of your kid, which maybe you guys have kids together or not. Maybe she's there supporting you like on emotional level, maybe like always hearing you out. Maybe she has a very nurturing, loving, submissive side that she is showing with you. She's so loyal. Those things can kind of keep her there, but it could be still easy for her to become a number, let's say 5 on that roster list, on that priority list that you have now created with her. So for one, remember, dynamics do change from time to time. It depends again where you're at. If she's slipping up and then you feel like she's also pulling you away too much from your purpose, that's where, if you're trying to actually have her see that worth and you're trying to prove to yourself that, hey, like, no, I'm not letting nothing throw me off, no, it's not happening, not today, then this is exactly the time that, let's say in other words, really, really pulling through, showing up for yourself does matter the most. Now, I also want to add on to say, remember, things always do get better. If, let's say, she's not going to be a robot, or she's not going to be like always showing up, maybe she's a little bit tired from time to time. I know obviously if there's bigger responsibilities, more work and effort goes into it. With that being said, I would want it to be that there's understanding. Hence why communication will always be key. And so if that's the case, that will at least have y'all understand, okay, you know what? I know where you're coming from right now. So it's not now you're feeling like she's attacking you or giving you attitude or trying to set you back. Instead, she needs maybe emotional break, for instance, something where it's like she needs to rejuvenate, rest more, be to herself, heal on her process, timing type of thing. So I'll kind of lastly conclude it to this. Understand, when you're dealing with her, you have to still prioritize the things that do matter. It should be your purpose at the top. Pouring into yourself and like taking care of yourself is all part of that, because if you cannot commit to yourself, like, you can't say, oh, okay, like, I'm doing this for myself, or I have to make sure I'm good first, then you're going to find yourself kind of losing yourself or falling off from time to time. And hence why, like, people go through a lot of setbacks, and relationships that you have invested a lot in can really, really feel like a major setback. So have your priorities set straight. Have the other stuff next. Sometimes people say God first. Some people say God first while trying to maintain yourself. And with whatever you do, prayer, meditation, reading the word, reading the Quran. If you're a Buddhist, you could be doing whatever it is that you do. But I'm saying that has to still be your key, because that's going to be where you find your strength. And it's definitely about seeking within. With that being said, there's other options of other things you can be doing that could still be pouring into yourself, like self-love. All that stuff will never be corny because it's a must. Gratitude is also a must. Like, these things have you not be looking at everything like it's against you, and it won't even make you look at women like, oh, like, I have to have hate towards you. Oh, have you maybe be more understanding or see your perspective, or simply just cut her off because she's just not beneficial. She's not your woman. She can't, because she can't act accordingly. However, take from what I said, she's not going to be those top priorities. There's certain stuff that has to always come, honestly, above her. And that is something that she can come to the understanding and realization. And that's probably one of the biggest reasons why she even was feeling you. Also, her intentions matter. That's a different story. But I'll leave this video at this. Do not forget about up to 70% off. Y'all, that's a big percentage. This is the first time I'm doing this. So really do not miss out. All you gotta do is click down below and have what's gonna be helping you already set up into place, just like that. And you get it now while it's on sale. So check it out. Links are there. I love y'all. Take care of yourself, and I'll talk to y'all very soon. Bye, y'all.